This is the bare LS2 Storm 3 helmet, so it's easier to see. To install the Cardo, find a flat area in front, but it must be in front of the lever. Once you install it, tidy up the wire by taping the wire, and then the wire has to be in front of the lever so you don't get tangled with it. And then run through the groove, push it in and run through the groove until to the back part here, because in the padding plastic structure there's a hole for the wire to easily come up so that it won't press against the wire. You can then tape this bulky part so it's tidy and easier to manage. The mic goes in front, you can place it here, followed by the speakers. Place the speakers at the circle groove, and then the wires go through the side thin groove, and the other side also the same. And then the additional wires, you can put it at the back, at the lower part. Don't put it at the top. At the top is where the air flows, so you put it at the bottom part so that when the air comes in from the top to cool your head, the cable does not interfere with the flow. Okay, now to put on this side padding into the helmet, you see these two grooves. These two grooves is to fit into the plastic holder at the helmet. And then there's also this hole where the wire will run through, as I showed you earlier. This design is very good because this hole, this gap will allow the wire to pass through easily without the plastic pressing and hurting it. There's two solid plastic holder at the helmet. One is in front and one's at the back. It's deep inside. It may be hard to see. So LS2 designed it very smart. They put an arrow, one arrow at the back and one arrow in front. So the side padding groove locks here and here. And then the wire space for the wire, this one, you can come out around here. Then this will hide under the padding, because under the padding there's some space. At this soft area here, this soft area, there's a space to put the additional thing. You put it there, you don't put it here, because you put it here, you can feel it. You put it up here, you can't feel it. Alright, so we're going to put it in. And then there is the 3 lock mechanism. Here's 1. And here's 2 and 3. You can see, you must remember this pattern. Small and big. When you want to release, right, disassemble the time, when you want to take out, push it down. You can come out easily. When you want to assemble, just press it in. Or you can push down, push up. But easier, just press it in. To release, try to push down. Or if you can't push down, you can just pull it out. It will come out. That's for the 3 clips. 1, 2, 3. Once you deal with the wire, then the next part is the main padding. There's 2 clips at the back. Just push it in. Quite simple. And then for this one, just slot it into the front groove. For the front part, the side plastic go to the side, and this one the whole piece goes under the holder. You can see there's a groove. This whole part goes underneath. Then you lock it in place. Same goes for the middle and the side. This is a completed view. Start from the left side, okay, slot it in, then to the middle. The middle is only a short groove, but it's hard to go in, so go in the middle as the second part. Then the last one will be on the right side, and then it's done. Now for the side padding, follow the arrow as usual. The one in front and one at the back. There's 2 plastic holder there. Then for the padding, there's 2 grooves. So these 2 grooves go into the 2 plastic holder at the arrow. Then there's a button, one in front, one slightly top, and one at the back. So just snap it in, press and snap it in. Put in the buckle padding, and there's a clip it at the very end. You can see the red color one, clip it there. Followed by the latch padding, same thing. This lock into the red color nut. Some part have 4 fastener. Put the fastener into the holes, okay, and then the clips at the side. So it's quite simple. 4 fastener and 2 clips. Battery casing. This latch go into this hole. Then after that, just snap it down. Quite simple. Go into the hole, then snap it down. Okay, it's done. For those intercom that use battery, you put the battery in this compartment. If not, it'll be empty. Secret tip, you can put earplugs inside. So whenever you need it, you can take it and you won't forget. You can hide earplugs inside for whenever you need to use. Ref deflector, there's 3 protruding area. 1, 2, 3. Just snap it in. When you pull out, just shake and pull out slowly. Just snap it in and you'll be done. Okay, it's done. How the airflow works is that when the air goes into here, the air will come out not from here. You come out from here, this area. So when the air come in here, you go here, you hit your screen. So when there's a fog or anything, you clear off your screen. And also when there's any insect, it won't hit your face. You hit your screen first so you can see. Then you can take it out. You always come out from the front here, the air. Whenever the air comes in here, you come out here. It's a very good design. For the visor, to release, just press this button to release, and to put in, also the same. Some people say it's only the back part. It's not only the back part, it's the back part and this part. So the groove, the pin need to go into here and here, then you lock into place. So the protruding area is already aligned with the groove. You need to press it, push it in, then you lock into place. Simple. You need to press it a bit. Here is locked, it's inside, the protruding area is inside, this is inside. So it's done. Simple, so it's done, the assembly. So this is how it looks, the completed assembly. To disassemble is the reverse. Important learning on how to easily remove the visor, which is pressing the button and looking at these two areas. You can easily remove and put on the visor. Why? Is because when you get the visor, it usually comes with Pinlock. Pinlock is for anti-fogging. Looks good, right? But actually there's a weakness because it will reduce the clarity, especially at night it's not as clear, and there's sometime in the morning there's glare. Also, another thing is that your visor will get scratched easily. Even LS2 say it's scratch resistant, it gets scratched easily. And then when you get scratched and you change to another visor, this thing, when you take the Pinlock and put to another visor, it won't be easy because the glue may not stick as good. Also, the problem with Pinlock is that over time, the glue area will become yellowish. As you can see, it becomes yellowish. So having Pinlock, there's a lot of weakness, and it's also very expensive because the price of a Pinlock 70 can be as much as the visor or more expensive than the visor itself. So my recommendation is just get the visor. Easily remove and clean it, and then you can put the anti-fog coating inside. On the outside, you can put Rain X for plastic. Easily, so each time you use ready, you can easily wash and put two coating, inside and outside, anti-fog and the Rain X. Don't need for the Pinlock, which is not that useful. So this is one essential tip that you can use. Hope you find this useful. Have a magnificent day.